Pardon me. Would you have any Grey Poupon?
Well, you can do school or you can do drugs, but you really can't do both.
Read Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard, the owner's manual for the human mind.
Welcome back to the program. Woo! It's Rob Cruz Day here on Tim Butterly's show. Rob Cruz sexual assault.
God.
Give it up for your boy.
It's a boy.
Oh, I'm so close. Here on locked in on Tim Butterly show. Rob, thanks for. I mean, it's great to have you.
It's great to be here.
You guys are catching us in the middle of a hot debate about if. Here's the jump off point. We were just consuming some content together, as this is almost like white guy hookah.
Yeah,
you gather on a couch and you share. Someone starts casting, and you go, "Hey, check this out. Have you guys seen this yet? This is white guy version of sitting on the floor and shit. This is our communal activity. This is almost a sacred ritual.
This is the sweat lodge.
Letting people in on this is honestly, almost too intimate.
This is what the Masons do.
This is beyond masonry. This is beyond, dude." And we're not even trying to control the world, dude. We're just trying to suck a little bit of joy out of a few minutes of our time. So let's check out the homie.
People always ask me, how do we take care of all these 16 fancy flavor of slushies? I'll let you guys know in one quick second. My one flavor is out right now, cotton candy. I'm gonna show you how to quickly change the bag and do all the freaking keep the slurpee machine running. Let's go.
So
you don't like that?
It's got music. It's got high energy edits.
Yes.
It's got a little bit of a charismatic host. We're just watching an Indian guy work at a convenience store.
Yeah, but I guess the enthusiasm is the flavor.
I suppose. Yeah, I guess so. But the substance is troubling to me.
Do you think that it's a little too mundane for content?
Maybe mundane's the wrong word. That sounds insulting, but it's like I waste a lot of time on the content. I go out of my way. This is perfect for me. Yeah. Okay. Let me say that. Okay. This is right up my alley. But for a world in peril, I don't think anyone has 15 seconds to watch an Indian guy change out Slurpee juice.
Time to do some big guy work, and only Ed
Let's
can
go.
do that. Okay, he's gonna show you how to do that.
Only Ed could do this.
My cotton candy bag is empty there. As you can see, the bag is totally empty.
I'd be begging him to do this if I was there. I'd be
Also,
like,
it's
"Ed, can we do
name
big guy work?"
He's also doing, and it's not just him. I'm not singling out our dear friend Ed's in Brookswood. I'm saying this is most of the content we're watching is something that you would, if a judge forced you to focus on it, you'd get bored in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But the Indian guys figured out you could just scream while you're doing. He's talking the way that you try to distract a little kid while they're getting their hair cut.
Yeah.
Look at me, do not look at the scissors, my friend. Oh, la, la, la.
This is like one of those videos where a girlfriend shows the guy of a chick's ass, and it's what color was the fridge? You have no idea. It's very hypnotizing.
I know. This is
also no way his name is Ed.
I'm sure
probably chose
it's
that
either
name.
short for something.
Ed Ragunda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only the real ones. Only regulars know his real name. Of course. But they still call him Ed because he likes it. I have you seen the fruit guy in India that screams while chopping melons and shit? No. He's just a fruit vendor, but he goes, get that. He's doing the coconut shit. Dude, they've got it. And so now you've got a guy who on the streets of Bombay, he's selling, chopped up watermelons for a 40th of a penny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But now it's,
Do you think there's a pussy getting element to this?
they're peacocking for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's just so many people in India that you need to like work to be the best. You know, you need to be a showman, otherwise you're being ignored.
And that's why I respect them so much.
I respect Indian guys.
You know, the caste system is problematic, but I like that inside of that, you know, you got Slumdogs. You got Slumdog Fruit Guy. You got Slumdog Slurpee Changer. At heart, I feel like I'm a Slumdog.
You are a little bit.
You know, I've got
a Slumdog.
That's why what they do resonates with me so much. That's why I think that this art is so fucking important. And if we lose this, dude, you know, did they ever reverse the TikTok ban, or is that still coming?
I don't think that. I think nothing's going to come of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I suppose not, but it's like, bro, if you turn off the pump on this, I'm not going to have anything left. If I can't just watch Indian guys do mundane jobs while screaming,
They'll find the gram.
what am I going to do?
They'll find the gram. You'll be fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure. They adapt.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll just start
Famously.
doing it in real life. You just start, you know, instead of like just staring at like a phone or something while you're trying to pay at the Dunkin' Donuts gas station,
Yeah.
they'll just be like, you know, you say, can I have 20 on pump 5? They go, absolutely, sir! Yes!
They get your dollar. They're like,
They roll the quarter down the arm across the arm. Copy. Thank you, my friend. And then so he changes this. And I got nothing there. I'm still changing it. Look at me.
he beatbox sitar, dude.
Human
And pay for CapCut. That's
Hey,
free
man.
trial stuff.
Penny saved is a penny earned, my friend.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, man. That's why he owns a business.
Yeah, man.
I don't.
Dude, now you're
think about
coaching.
that.
Yeah, man.
And yes, friend, that is correct.
No, I'm speaking Babonics.
I'm fine with it. Just stop teaching it in schools.
Yes.
I forget the point I was going to make, but that guy was pretty fun, right?
That
Wait, he swung me. Yeah. I don't know, man.
That's American Dreams.
I can't imagine watching a television show.
But when this exists,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Or
watching
watch-
40 of these.
I have been switching to TV outside of the endless scroll. Don't get me wrong, scroll at times. But I think it's been doing good for my brain, dude.
No.
Following
really?
stories,
Yeah.
I think it helps.
Does it? I mean, do you think you're watching like good television, or is it just like, is it good to feel like you kind of have your like sense, like you're oriented, basically?
Yeah, I feel like I'm oriented. I'm almost on Scrubs.
Yeah.
So I've just been like going through that. Mm-hmm. And it feels nice.
Yeah.
I'm getting stories. There's lessons in it.
That's pussy core television.
It is a little pussy.
Scrubs
core,
is pussy core.
but I'm a sensitive boy.
Yeah, no.
I like that. I like goofs, and then the phrase starts playing, and Dr. Cox is crying.
I know. And you go, oh, it could be, you can show some emotion even when you're goofing around.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
And then you
The dichotomy is crazy with that show.
It do be crazy. It do be crazy. It's
Get into some stories.
What do you think it's doing to our psyches, where most of the stuff you consume is so you're either scrolling past it and you're deciding to stop and watch it,
Yeah.
or you're someone's sending it to you or tagging it to you, and so you start watching it. You have no context for where you're at. It's almost like being dropped on an alien planet. You have no idea where it's going, and you have a hair trigger for, am I going to understand why I'm watching this before it's over? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And now the whole time you're kind of in like, your nervous system is in suspense.
Yeah.
And you're like, the worst feeling in the world is when you get to the end of a video someone shows you and they say, watch till the end. And it's getting you're watching the bar. It's getting close to the end. You go, I don't understand this yet. I don't know why I'm watching this yet. And then at the end, it's like,
They're like, watch for part two. Part two coming out in like an hour and a half.
Oh, the watch for part 2 drives me crazy. Show the results.
Just show the results.
Show the fucking results.
I would say that's easily my most, how would you describe that behavior? My most depraved behavior is manually clicking on a profile to find part 2 of a YouTube short.
It's psychological edging.
It's man, you're being strung along, and now you're changing your day. You've pulled yourself away because you need to click, you need to find, and then it's completely the YouTube short is completely unmanaged, unorganized, and you're scrolling through and you go, no, where's the second one where he shows what it looked like after he finished power washing the property?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, the
That's
power
my-
washing one.
I want to see a
behavior I
stump
should
removal, you know?
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that stuff.
This property owner didn't want me to watch for part 2, and you're just like, oh man, or like, a cop pulled me over on my motorcycle, but I know my rights, and then it cuts off for part 2, and you're just like, man,
Know my rights things really hit me. And then I think an update that Instagram did that was really helpful was the watched thing on the thumbnail.
Oh, true.
TikTok
yeah.
had that, and I think Instagram was late to that. But then you're endlessly scrolling for the part 2.
Yeah.
what's the watched?
When you
So-
go on the profile, it'll say just watched on like the reel you watched. So then
Yeah.
you don't have to click on it again.
Yeah, but I think they're purposely mixing
Moving
them
them
around and
around.
shuffling them so you have to scroll inside the profile.
Of course, it's evil stuff.
Yeah.
Can you move posts like around the grid?
No. No.
a
Not
lot of
without.
planning.
I mean, it's like an odometer in your car, man. It's the only thing that they have to keep us honest.
Remember the trend of when people would fragment their posts to make one big picture when you went on their profile?
Yes.
Can I be honest? I always wanted to have a reason to do that.
Yeah.
I always
Like
wanted
an
to have
album.
something big enough. Oh my god, or like a big show, a big special.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, here's 9 Instagram posts that make one cool thing. And
Yeah.
I feel like the
If people get curious, it's just your hand in one picture. They're like, what's this?
What the hell is that?
what's next?
But then you're not done posting it, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. And then they never look back.
There's one with just like your ear and shoulder, and they go, all right, well, this guy's kind of asleep at the wheel. I don't have time for his social media manager to upload the other 6 images that make this make sense.
I think Tim's being weird right now. I don't know.
I think you got to schedule that for like 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Then they wake up to a nice treat.
Yeah, that is nice to do for people. I might start doing middle of the night posting.
You should.
Yeah.
For when you guys wake up, here you go.
Number 1 for the insomniacs, and number 2 for when people rise and shine. It's like, good
And
morning.
then they go, Tim's ear? What the fuck?
That's what, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do because I sleep at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I'm gonna do a shift change. I'll put up a little nightly
Oh.
update. That'll be my there's my new thing, guys.
Third shift.
I'm gonna do third shift content. Just want to say goodnight to all my overnight supermarket employees and good morning to all of my cashiers. Yeah. Good morning, Robinsons.
Yeah, we were
Or
talking
Albertsons,
about,
whatever.
grave shift when we were driving back from Connecticut. I never talked to the grave shift guys, and it is kind of fucked up knowing that guys are there when you're not.
Oh, right. The shadow people that run everything after you go home.
Yeah.
Like what kind of job were you talking about? Where we were talking about third shift?
Wawa.
Oh, yeah. That's brutal.
Never met those dudes, and then like I went
a different
to Wawa
breed.
at night, and I was like, "Yo, I work here too.
Were
We're
they-
coworkers."
We're all clocking in right now, huh?
yeah.
Were they friendly or hostile?
They wanted to kill themselves.
Yeah, dude. Night shift Wawa employees are almost like I would say they're like pit bulls, where the best ones you still have to keep an eye on.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like one sandwich ingredient missing might break down the entire order of an overnight Wawa
Yeah.
and lead to screaming.
They're biting a kid's face off. It's just a whole
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
You're just like, you're pulling them out, and you're like,
Yeah.
They're like, oh, what can I do? What can I do? And they're like, oh, someone give them like banana peppers.
Yeah.
Be okay. You know?
That's what I say about third shift Wawa guys. It's the manager, not the employee. With a good manager, any of them can be good.
Facts.
The employees aren't inherently evil.
There's nothing wrong with Wawa.
It's trained into
overnight employees.
There was there was one.
Have they been bred to be stronger and more aggressive? Possibly. Especially further back in history.
True.
But I mean, with a good owner, dude, they could be pretty well trained. You know, they use the bathroom most of the time. They don't.
Sometimes there's some accidents, but that's fine. You can't. What are you going to scream at them over that? You know?
You don't want 0 accidents.
No.
Even if you could eliminate every overnight shift accident, you wouldn't want.
You don't
to.
want to.
It would create unexpected ripples. Yeah. So you never encounter those people, and then they come in, and it is like another world.
It is.
I played both sides when I worked at Acme.
Is there a piece to the graveyard shift?
No, absolutely
Seems
not.
eerie, and you're worried that someone's going to come in and murder you, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, you were doing.
You're stalking?
Philly.
Yeah, it was in Philly. You were in
So
Jersey.
that sucks. Yeah, suburbs in Philly is probably kind of nice.
Do you
Or
guys?
in Jersey.
So, and I feel this isn't region specific, but every Wawa has homeless people standing directly in front of it. and you have to go, ooh, do I completely avoid them so I don't have to say no? Do I, say, oh, sorry, man? Like, you have to, and
There was a dude at the Wawa that just got shut down in Port Richmond. There was a dude in a wheelchair who asked for money, and I just had a ton of change. So I felt bad about this. I didn't mean to do this, but I got all my change and put it in his hands, and my hands touched his hands, and I went in front of him. I felt pretty bad about it. That's so insulting.
whoa.
I mean, it's like they're yucky and they know it. Like, I don't know.
They
You
gotta
gotta
know.
know that they're yucky, you know?
I had I mean, come on, man. We're in a place where there's hepatitis on the sidewalks. So
Yeah.
and those guys, where do those guys hang out the most? The sidewalk. So you can't trust it, and you can't, I had kind of a similar thing in Connecticut over the weekend. I was taking Greyhound buses everywhere.
Yeah.
And relying on local transit. And by the way, really fun adventure saying I'll use buses and trains to go to Maine and back. And dude, I was in some of the sketchiest situations I can remember since like I was a kid. I was in Connecticut. I was in New Britain, Connecticut, or Hartford, was it? I forget. I had to take a bus to not where I was going and then transfer to like a local CT transit. And I was the bus system is completely fucked. There's a lot of modern buses and they go to a lot of places, but the figuring out where to go for your stop was impossible. Yeah. And it was like one block with like 5 bus stops on it, and each bus stop was like for 5 different routes, and I couldn't find the one I was looking for. And a guy came up to me, and let me also say this. I didn't see one civilized person.
Yeah.
Dude, it was lousy with seriously unhinged people who were very quickly oscillating between speaking and screaming and aggression and like begging for help. It was seriously an entire town full of people at the peak of a personal crisis.
You think that's meth?
Meth?
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely could be. Or like crack. I thought it was crack maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm not kidding, every single person I encountered, like I don't know what to compare it to, like Lego City, and everyone's just, instead of being Lego people, it was like crack people. It was really fucked up, and like my joints hurt from being completely tensed all day. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm holding a bus schedule, trying to figure out where to stand for the 41 bus. And Google Maps has done its best, but it's left me completely in the lurch. I find out later I'm on the wrong side of the street. I'm not feeling desperate.
I'm the
but
same way with like
frustrated.
Uber pickups at airports.
Yeah.
Like, is this C?
Do I walk outside and then it's there, or do I have to walk through a weird series of snaking corridors? And now I'm in the second floor of an unattached parking lot. And is this right?
Is this the red zone?
Pretty much. Yeah, so imagine that for buses in the middle of a town where you feel like you're floating in a piranha tank.
Yeah.
It was absolutely fucked up. And a guy approaches me and he insists on helping me. And I want to paint a picture of this guy. And immediately I'm like on the defensive, but I'm also like desperate to find the 41 stop or whatever. And so this guy comes up to me and he's got a very thick Hispanic accent. And he say, "You looking for the bus?" And I look over, and it's a little short guy. And remember, it was definitely Latinx heritage, but it was a little short guy who, remember in the Johnny Depp, Willy Wonka, where Deep Roy played all of the Oompa Loompas, and they had like different theme Oompa Loompas for each scene. This was like if Deep Roy, as the Oompa Loompas, did a Guns N' Roses song, and he had like blonde hair and was like dressed like an 80s washed up rock star. Cool. It was totally surreal.
Wow.
Yeah, little short guy, and he's like, "You were looking for the bus?" And I wanted to be like, "No," but at the same time, I definitely was. And also, this was on paper a stranger walking up and saying, "Hey, do you need help?"
Yeah.
So I end up in a cat chasing its tail in my brain of like, do I tell this guy to fuck off? Do I throw a punch? Do I run away? Like, I did not know how to react to this guy.
Yeah.
And
What would you land on?
I went with yeah.
Smooth.
I need help getting to Paradise City.
I mean, more or less.
Yeah.
I said, I'm trying to get to New Britain and I'm looking for the 41 bus. And he goes, oh, it's right over there. And I went, easy solution, huh? And I have to follow him over across the street to a different bus stop. I know a setup when I see one.
Yeah.
But I do need to get to New Britain. So I go, okay.
He's going to an alley and there's 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
You have a very pretty mouth, senor.
They rape a Gilly and then they send a memo to a bunch of 1,000 more of him on typewriters. And they're like, we got another one. And that's how they energize their buildings.
Very big drum intro starts. Goom, 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 goom. Tim is gay. And so we will cut off his head. You know? And so I follow, what's his name? Is it Vince Neil? Who sang for Guns N' Roses? Not Vince Neil.
Axl Rose.
Axl Rose.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Motley Crue.
Motley Crue, yeah. Same, for this guy's costume, it was interchangeable.
For sure.
Yes.
And so I follow him across. Oh, I don't follow him. I walk to where he pointed to, which was another bus stop with other people waiting for a bus. I go, worst that can happen is I go over and check it out. Maybe I'm psychotic, but everything is on red alert right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I couldn't be more. I was feeling an adrenaline rush. I had my eyes wide open. I'm like, I could feel myself breathing shallow, and the whole time I'm like, I have like my hands on a knife, and I start walking over, and he starts walking with me and talking to me, and he goes, so you're from New Britain? I was like, no. He's like, yeah, do you have a family? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, where are you from? I was like, Philly. He's like, Philly. And he starts like trying to like relate to me. I was just like, at one point I had to be like, you're talking too much Spanish. I was like, I said,
broken English.
I said, man, I'm trying to talk, and I wasn't being like friendly, like, yeah. I was just like, yes, I do have a family. I'm not from here.
Like, what's this foreign bullshit, buddy?
And then after the third time, I was asking him to repeat himself. I said, dude, you're talking too much Spanish. I can't understand you. And he was like, no. He just kept repeating himself, and I was just like, oh, okay. So now I'm standing at this new bus stop. It is the one I'm going to.
Okay.
And he keeps talking to me. And he's telling me about how he's like he's like, I live in New Britain. I got an apartment. He's $400 apartment, man. I was like, cool apartment. He's like, yeah, man, I got my apartment. Maybe we'll come by sometime. I said, no. Well, I said, well, yeah, back in town, I guess that would be nice. And at one point he goes, my name is Victor. I said, Victor, I'm Tim. Nice to meet you. And I shook his hand.
It was a very pretty name, team.
Yeah. And I shook his hand, and I went, in my head, I went, ew.
Yeah.
And then he didn't see anything, but I was definitely wiping it off on my pants, and I still couldn't figure out his angle. And then he gets on the same bus as me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like doing, like, bus in a new town. I don't know if do I slide the money in? Is it exact change? Oh, I get a card back from you? Like that. I'm handling that. He tries to pay for my fare. And I go, no, I'm good.
If he does that, he's your daddy.
True.
I felt uncomfortable even accepting directions from him. And
You're my girlfriend.
Yeah. You're getting ahead of me. Well, dude, I'm so worried about him like doing a fast movement where I have to like avoid, peril. Yeah. That's what I'm focused on.
Right.
So he grabs a seat toward the back of the bus with an empty one next to him, and it slides over and pats the seat. Oh! I go, I'm going to sit over here. And I sit across, and I put my bag on the seat next to me. And
you don't have to do that.
Yeah. No, it's a good seat. It's a good seat.
It's like Santa Claus,
Come on, save it for someone else. He's a cruddy boy. My friend, please have a seat. I bring it just for you. No, I'm sitting. So I immediately call my wife and I go, babe, I'm on a bus. I'm so scared right now. This is, and by the way, the only other, so you know how to get on a bus around here, there's always a crazy guy. There's always at least one piss guy, or maybe a screaming woman, or maybe like a guy who's transporting a bicycle and he's like standing in the exit just like freaking out about something, like, come on, man. Like,
yeah, of course.
You always have one of those on a SEPTA bus in Philly.
Yeah.
Every person on the bus was one of those. It was just me, normal guy. Every single person on the bus was an absolute freak. I'm talking lady abusing children. I'm talking, and that's usually our crazy person. If there's one lady who's screaming at kids and hitting them and like handing them juice boxes, and then also like, wait till I get you back to your mom. Like that would be it. But no, it was lousy with them. Homeless guy, two different kinds of homeless guy who were trying to like, you know, sniff each other's butts and feel each other out. And so I'm talking to Mary Jo. So he, thank goodness, and I assume this was because he thought he still had a chance with me. He gives me time to talk on the phone and starts going and talking to someone else. Like, it felt like I was at a bar for homeless people.
Yeah.
And he goes over and starts talking to another guy. And I'm like, oh, okay, they seem to be hitting it off. At least they'll leave me alone now.
That might be like Predator, dude, if you don't move.
Yeah.
Or that's you putting mud on yourself so he can't detect heat.
Disappear. Yeah, well, so I finally get a hold of his angle. The guy he's talking to, I guess it doesn't really go anywhere. And my friend Victor, he gets off the bus at a stop and he waves to me. I say, peace, Victor. And so the guy he was talking to, now he starts bouncing around talking to people. I guess he called it like the chat bug from him or something. And I noticed the guy he was talking to was a white guy, relatively clean Nikes, not like a super fashionable one, but like ones that like a golf bro would wear and keep nice.
Yeah.
Khakis, polo shirt, but then big belly and really dark sunken eyes, and he's drinking a Twisted Tea tall can.
Beast.
It's 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's 1 p.m. and he's drinking 29 ounces of Twisted Tea on the bus.
I assume this was late at night.
No, dude. 1
This seems like
p.m.
late night
I
activity.
Just rolled it. That's what I'm saying. I
In his
just rolled
defense, it
into
wasn't
town.
Saturday.
True.
Oh, yeah, no work.
That's his day of rest.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He's party rocking. He's getting hammered and taking the bus, you know?
I guess
Like,
so.
If I had the Lorexus and
Yeah,
aim for the trees.
You're right. I'm such an idiot. I went with like final stages of alcoholism before your organs start failing. You guys,
Give him a chance.
It's Sunday fun day.
yeah, he's just hanging out.
So thank God he takes Victor off my trail. Victor gets off the bus, and now this guy is bouncing around talking to people. He starts talking to the screaming, ambiguously raced caretaker on the back. She's got like 3 or 4 kids that she's just threatening with violence the entire ride. And he starts talking to her. He's like, man, did you see that guy was talking to me? And this woman's like, yeah, he looked fucked up. And he's like, yeah, man, I don't know what was going on. He kept trying to get me to go back to his apartment. He goes, and yeah, I think he was getting close to his stop and he started putting the fucking foot on the gas. He goes like, yeah, man, he was trying to get me to go back to his apartment and hang out. She was like, oh yeah, he gay. He definitely got AIDS. And I immediately thought back to shaking his hand. I went, oh.
Yeah, that stinks.
Yeah. So I missed my stop.
Almost got assaulted by a pinto bean.
Had to wait for another bus to get back because I missed my stop.
Were you supposed to get off the stop with him in New Britain?
I think.
Ugh, and he would have just lured you right to his apartment.
So I overshoot it, and then it took me a half hour to get on another bus and come back. Where I watched 2 guys almost fight to the death. That was where I saw the screaming bicycle guy dealing with a guy who's just trying to get where he's going. He's don't have time for none of that funny business.
Of course.
And they're screaming back and forth. The drunk bicycle guy's walking up and down the aisle with no teeth. He actually, imagine being on a bus with Gollum. He was in full Smeagol mode. Teeth off, the teeth look just like Smeagol's, and he's alternating between like, I ain't say shit to you, man, but then like for a second he goes, but I wish someone would try me. And I didn't I was just
That's so stressful.
and I was the last person to, I got on the crowded bus and I sat on an end seat and I was just like, man, he's gonna fix his gaze on me. And if he starts attacking me, it's to the death. It's gonna be either, it's not gonna be shove this guy and go, come on, man. It's gonna be, I'm gonna smell like this guy after the fight.
True.
Ugh.
Yeah. So Connecticut, man.
Doesn't it stink that the world makes you feel like that at times?
Yeah, it really
I
does.
hate feeling like that.
Yeah.
That chaps my ass big time, dude.
Hey guys, real quick, football is back, which means winning season is back. MyBookie is here to make sure you're ready to cash in on the action. This season, they're pulling out all the stops with awesome promos like weekly risk-free boosts on Thursdays, where if your bet hits, you win big. If it doesn't, no problem. MyBookie will refund your wager. No, I'll tell you this, man. One of the only ways I can really enjoy Eagles football is by losing a lot of money on them on a game that goes way too late.
For sure.
I honestly, if they're gonna blow it, at least let me have an emotional investment in it. And that's why MyBookie is also giving away hundreds of thousands in prizes with their Super Survivor and Squares contests.
I love the squares.
I love contests. You know what I mean? It's the thrill of victory, the crushing blow of defeat. It's all, and thank you, MyBookie, for supporting the show.
Thank you, MyBookie.
When you're ready to get started, use promo code BUTTERLY. That's butterfly without the F to claim a bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit. You heard that right. Double your money with code BUTTERLY before you even place a bet.
That's crazy.
Loyalty pays off with MyBookie Plus. The more you play, the more you win. It's simple. Climb through tiers of the loyalty rewards program to unlock even more epic promotions, exclusive giveaways, and bigger rewards. MyBookie Plus is the lock of the century. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime, and make your season a winning season. Thank you, MyBookie. I want to take a second to thank Factor. Counting calories is boring. Let Factor do the heavy lifting for you. Their fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and sent straight to your door with menu options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto, Rob Cruz. Factor makes sticking to your goals fun and delicious. Factor meals couldn't be easier to prepare. Just throw them in the microwave or on the skillet for 2 minutes and you're all set. I tell you what, Noah, I love making a big, warm dinner for my loved ones. It's one of the happiest feelings there is.
It's the best.
But what about me? What if I just need something wholesome?
Daddy's got to eat.
I'll never take care of myself that way, though. And I do need it. So the Factor sent me a whole week of meals and I munched on them. And I'll tell you what, man, it was a real treat having something warm, and it felt like there was love in it. They're not advertising that, but I felt love from whoever
I've
packed
seen love
these
on the
things.
ingredients list.
I don't know if the FDA approves that, but I did. I will say that I did feel like I ingested a little bit of love. It warmed my heart.
That's good.
They have 35 different meals and over 60 add-on items to choose from each week. From breakfast all the way to dessert, you'll be eating well all day long. Head to factormeals.com/TBS50 and use promo code TBS50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code TBS, as in Tim Butterly's show, 50 at factormeals.com/TBS50 to get 50% off your first box plus 50% off your next month while your subscription is active. Thank you, Factor Meals.
Thank you.
Back to the program.
That's why I'm digging the suburbs big time, dude.
Yeah.
No one has to come and unlock my toothpaste.
That is nice. The suburbs are good, if only for the stores, you know? Just the access in the stores and the abundance and how nice they
Parking's
are.
nice.
Parking is nice.
Your dad makes shake and bake chicken.
Nice.
Please, Dad. Please make chicken a la king.
I will say, dude, the chickens are huge now, dude. I don't know the kind of shit I've been on, but I came home and the chicken breasts are huge.
New chicken just dropped?
New chicken might have just dropped.
Well, yeah.
Dude, the pieces are like this big.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, you know, they're pumping them up with chemicals and stuff to make them have big titties. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the same reason our young boys are such big titty boys. We're all getting pumped full of unnatural
hormones.
Yeah,
They're doing that to us?
oh, yeah.
Us? It's like, you saw the Zulu maidens. You see how they look now?
Yeah, but that's all natural.
That's what they want you to think.
You think so, dude?
I think, no, they're farm fed.
Yeah, Coca-Cola has infiltrated third world countries, and they're packing on the LBs.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, we were talking about them getting modernized in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I started the theory last week. If we could turn Pornhub access into a currency, I think it would change the world. I think you'd see Wakandas popping up all over the world. I think every country would become a Wakanda if we metered Pornhub access to like civic achievement.
That's pretty awesome. I like that.
Yeah, we were saying like how much meat you bring in is how much porn time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would come in with a fucking elephant on my back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to get it all done in one day.
Get like 10 minutes a pound, you know?
Yeah. And they're smart too. They know they notice themselves in reflections, so that's gotta be worth more.
Yeah, and you go, money's shit, but the bennies are nice. Yeah, they make $3 an hour. You're like a waitress. You're like, I make it $3 an hour, but the Pornhub credits are nuts.
I'm eating whatever I want.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm on, obviously, I don't report all of my Pornhub credits, so I am on public assistance, but I get to beat off all the time, dude. It's pretty
Cum
nice.
stamps, dude.
Yeah, I'm on cum stamps.
Wait, no, that's if you can't work. If you can't provide, if you can't work enough to earn Pornhub credits, the government has to put you on cum welfare.
The guy's gotta come.
No brazzers, only amateur.
Oh, so true. It's Reddit only.
No hot food.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be stuff you can make at home.
You're making fifis.
You're claiming other people's ex-girlfriends on your taxes. Come on, man. I've been through some breakups this year. I can't really work.
Give me Michelle's social security number. I just need it. Don't you know? I'm struggling right now. You know I can't beat.
Come on, dude. Let me hit me. Let me borrow one. Let me get a Lucy. Let me get one beat off. I'll pay you back when I get mine.
There's Arab kids at stores selling beats. 50 cents for single beats.
Oh yeah. They keep the vouchers for them right next to the whippets. Yo, can you stop? You're actually your Uber driver. You're drunk in an Uber. Like, yo, can we stop real quick on the way in? I gotta grab a beat real quick.
I need some cum coins and Galaxy gas, please.
There's no anal. You're like, this place is kicked.
This place sucks, dude. What the
Place is
fuck?
fucking kicked.
That's Ed, the Indian guy at the convenience store.
They need to know how I refill the beats. And then I dig the cum coin and I, yeah. Yeah, I guess I don't know if it would be on like a prepaid card and you could trade it that way. But
Yeah, it would have to be like EBT.
Yeah.
Or like a SEPTA pass, you just tap in.
Yeah.
yeah, and then a politician gets elected they start promising universal basic cum. It's like, imagine if everyone every month got 1,000 beat offs. It's like, that does sound nice.
That sounds pretty
nice.
cool. I think that's a lot of our
I can
problems.
barely get any jerk offs in this economy, man. The whole system's designed
Andrew Yang
against
was onto
us.
something.
Maybe who?
Andrew Yang.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, well, he calls it Andrew Yang's Wang plan.
The Wang Gang.
Yang's Wang gang. Yeah.
But yeah,
1,000 beat offs for every American man.
What's the conversion rate, maybe?
To what? What are you converting it to? What are
To
you
like
converting?
UK beats?
Yeah, yeah.
Like UK beats? That's
yeah.
that's like 0.9 UK beats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty even right now.
Right.
Europeans are going to come over here and start beating for cheap soon. It's going to be a problem.
Yeah, but then here's the thing. You're talking about like international. Right now, we could go interstate. Like right now, one Pennsylvania beat is probably worth like 30 Texas beats.
True.
Ooh. Yeah, because of the ban, right?
The beat ban.
Yeah, and now the places that ban it are going to be like, you ever hear stories about like places with either shitty or restricted internet. So there's dudes that come up from South America, work, visit family or whatever, and when they go back, they take like thumb drives just chock full of like all the movies they can't get and all like the porn they can't get to. So now you're gonna have dudes like smuggling USB drives into Texas, making big money, by the way, chasing that fucking bag, chasing the sack.
Can you solve this with a VPN?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. But this is all hypothetical.
Of course.
So let's say they develop perfect technology, detects VPNs. It's tied to like a biometric sensor.
Yeah.
Which is coming. And and I guess, will we keep it separate from employment? Because employment's going to go away. Money's already kind of like going out of style.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is
Are you talking like
Bitcoin's not
social
taking
credit
off.
score kind of stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Dude, this is pretty much just like middle school economy.
yeah, what's left? There's first of all, every career is going away.
Like a barter system?
Sure, but with acts of service, like you have to contribute to society in some way to get beat credits.
Yeah.
Whether
Yeah,
that
you
means
shoveled my driveway.
you shoveled my driveway, you picked
Here's
up
a couple beats.
you picked up
Yeah.
litter, I don't know, what do we even need?
You walk an old lady across the street. You like help put
Yeah.
away groceries or something.
Mow lawn.
We helped MJ put away groceries today. We would have got a couple beats.
I know.
Yeah.
Let me send me your beat app.
Can I give you my beat pal?
Yeah, I'll hit your beat pal later. For carry groceries over the house. You guys good with 0.5 beats each on that?
Yeah, that works. That seems fair.
Nice. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I should have Spelled that out ahead. and now you're going to get to the point where no one's going to do anything with or for other people until they have an agreement for how many beats each person's getting.
True.
And I think it'll make us all more honest.
But then I think that's gonna be a problem because then women aren't gonna be in the workforce. It's gonna be all dudes.
Hey, man.
And then we're back to square one.
Talk to a sociologist, man, not me.
Yeah.
I see the world as it is. I don't try to change it.
Women are gonna be like, fine. Mm-hmm. They're gonna be like, I'll read something.
The donation basket at church is going to go wide.
Brother.
Oh my God, the holiest of beats.
Wow. Yeah, instead of getting like unused Super Bowl merch, we're just like sending deactivated OnlyFans accounts to Africa. It's like, man, kids in Africa are beating off the Emily Willis stuff.
Japan would probably be like that. They're into the kind of shit that we were into like 15 years ago.
Japan?
Yeah, like I'm seeing like scene music be huge there now. Like almost like crabcore kind of shit.
Right, and do you think that's kind of because it's like...
They're jerking off to like Gianna Michaels.
Right.
Wait till they figure out about Angela White. It's going to go crazy.
I know. That really is going to change things. Well, they also have their own tastes, though. I'm not treading new ground here, but like every piece of Japanese-made erotica is at the very least mildly disturbing.
Of course.
It's like it's always much older guy with like that wispy facial hair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
those guys get, and like fucked up teeth. Like it's definitely the dregs of society, and then it's like a beautiful pale Japanese angel.
Right.
And she's not quite crying hysterically, but she is in distress. And he's doing stuff like standing on her and fucking down. And
yeah, that stuff is kind of base, though. I might have emptied the clip on my Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, oh, God. And then you're paying a premium for the uncensored version.
Oh, so true.
Wait, the uncensored is available?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can find it.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got to
I'd
be
love
on
to
some
see it.
pretty obscure
I've seen
video
videos
game
where
message
they
boards.
try
to
and
get that.
unblur it, like post blur, and it's almost like AI.
Yeah.
And like you know like the original like AI video where it's like Will Smith eating the
all the
spaghetti
spaghetti and stuff.
That's
yeah.
what the penis looks like.
It's like a
Turning into the Mona Lisa.
unmanned fire hose.
And yeah, there's something very Japanese about that too.
For
Wacky
sure.
penis.
They love anime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but they I think they just got greasers.
The Bosuzuku.
Is that what they're called?
Well, that's like their, degenerate motorcycle gang type dudes.
Yeah, is that new?
I think that's been like a subculture for a long time.
Okay, maybe I'm just finding out about it now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, you were never into video games, so you've
been on Jap greasers.
Yeah, we've been sharing this stuff with each other for a very long time.
Okay.
Vice did some good work. Vice I think it was Vice, but they showed they have like a decorative tractor trailer scene in Japan. Where they like dress it up like well, let me find it. I'll just show you.
That sounds super cool, actually.
Dude, those are fucking sick.
Yeah, I'm gonna
They actually have an exploding hip hop scene now,
There you go.
and they're actually getting cornrows and making their skin darker.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic.
That's like from Cars.
yeah, these dudes are doing it right.
That's
Look at
cool.
That shit. Look at that shit. Oh man.
Wow.
Wow.
It's Tokyo everywhere you go.
Yeah, so they've definitely got some decotora. They've definitely got some hot shit that no one is really talking about except for Great Big Story.
Why is he so sad? That shit rules.
Oh, I mean, because it's like everything in Japan. Where
Life on the
yeah,
road.
it's like I never anticipated getting into custom big rigs, but then my father was fucking killed by a cigarette salesman.
Yeah, the Yakuza. I'm forced to drive trucks into ad nauseum.
This truck's been in my family for 11,000 years. I'm continuing the family tradition. My son isn't really interested in the truck. He wants to be a content creator. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is Jiro Dreams of Sushi all over again.
He probably made this by hand.
Wow.
Yeah, not a single nail was used.
Wow.
All the parts just slide into each other and they fit perfectly.
Tell me you wouldn't love to. Look at this fucking thing.
That's amazing.
Dude. Ugh. I wish I had big rig money. Yeah, start doing this shit on the road. You know?
Yeah, travel around in a big rig.
And do they... This is all for party. They don't transport goods, right?
I guess not. Yeah. That guy looks like he's sleeping in there. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're definitely on some other shit.
The other day when I was at work, do you know the song Convoy? We got a mighty convoy. Yeah, I was listening to that at work the other day, and then I started crying.
Really?
Because I wanted to be in a convoy so bad. I was making ice cream like a fucking idiot, and I was like, I just wish I was on the road in a convoy, talking to my fucking boy so bad.
Arm out the window.
Oh my god, it's like you're dodging the bears, you're going through tolls. It seems like such a fun time.
Traveling with the boys is so nice.
It's just it's such a chill time.
It is. I'm excited for our drive. We got a 13-hour drive ahead of us.
Yeah. We have a 13-hour drive to Jane.
Oh, you're driving out there?
So by the time anyone hears this, we'll already have been back. Where it's 13 hours each way we're driving.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah. Would it have been much easier to just fly out and work with the local host and feature and just it goes how it goes? Yeah, absolutely. Was it in the budget? Turns out, yeah. But
for sure it was. Yeah.
Okay, and this is great because we're talking about it without the benefit of hindsight. You know,
right.
It could be a disaster, and we come back next week and we go,
never again.
We'll get them next time.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, there's something to be said for making sure that like the show is really great. You know,
I think it's gonna be fantastic.
You could just show up somewhere and you get what you get, but it's like, man, I've been burnt by this these local hosts too many times already.
Yeah.
You know, and when your name's on the ticket, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think
you got to wow the people from beginning to end. So I got to bring a homie with me. I'm not at a point in my career where I can really absorb it, but I think it's worth figuring out.
Yeah, and I think there's something to be said about not being alone. Because imagine
and foremost.
Imagine if like you had your boy with you on that bus.
I know.
That would have been totally different.
Yeah, that really did change my perspective. That's it. I'll move mountains to make sure I'm never homieless.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna be homieless among the homeless.
Yeah.
Dude, being homieless is way worse than being homeless.
For sure.
I'm sorry, I'm being insensitive. Being unhomied.
Yes.
That's
homie challenge.
Yeah. That's desperation.
Because they usually have tons of homies. I think that's why they get by for so. That's how they survive the winter. You need to squad up like when you're homeless. For sure. So then in the winter, you guys can kind of huddle and chill.
Yeah, I'll get naked and hug.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Share infections and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's mine is yours.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, but if you touch my stuff, I'm gonna freak out and scream and probably bite you. That's just apples. To each his own.
Yeah, I never traveled alone like that. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
I've always been gifted with the squad.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get too people don't like when you talk about like the business of comedy, but I will tell you that sitting in a hotel room alone in Louisville, Kentucky, really made me rethink the whole thing.
Yeah,
it really made me think like, wow, what if I just kind of quietly worked myself to death and was at home with my children? But when I have a homie with me, I'm like, this is the best time ever.
Yeah, of course. What did you do in the room?
Beat.
No, man, I was all out of B credits.
You were all out of B credits?
Maybe some.
Yeah, you gotta be.
There's got to be some beat,
even if you have to go analog.
You know what my default? I go back to the factory settings when I'm completely by myself.
Yeah,
and I plug in the Raspberry Pi with all the video games on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet.
And then if I don't know exactly what I want to play, it's not even about playing video games. It has a feature where if you go out to the main menu and you hit select, it'll just start running like video previews of random games on the system. And so I'll just sit there quietly and I'll watch it cycle through like, oh, here's an Atari game I've never heard of. And here's 15 seconds of gameplay from it. And I'm like, oh man, here's a Super Nintendo game I haven't thought about in a while. And I'll just sit there and let that shit run. Or I'll close my eyes and just even hearing video game sounds in the background puts me at peace.
Yeah, you need someone with you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's so dark.
Or I walk, or I go outside and I just walk with no like end point in mind. I'm just walking for time.
And like those hotels are usually on a stroad too, so those are depressing.
Yeah.
You
it
don't
was
want to
like
walk
10-minute
anywhere with a
walk to
highway
get to
divider.
getting to a street light took me 10 minutes.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah. Or a stoplight, rather.
Yeah, that's dark. Although I would like sometimes on the road, like if I was with my band, I had this big thing, the philosophy of doing things on my terms once in a while. Because everything you do is together in the squad.
Yeah.
Like especially...
You did Rob's Choice.
Rob's Choice, yeah. I think I did it when we were in North Carolina.
True,
Like,
you
know
left
what?
to go get Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle on my own.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a meal on your terms, like alone, but the whole time is bad.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, let's hit the Jersey Mike's together, but maybe I'm going to go to the Applebee's when everyone's asleep
Yeah, sneaking food.
and watch my videos.
Yeah. Half price apps all night for Rob.
Yeah, so 45 minutes of being selfish with your time is nice. An entire weekend where you're on your own is sad.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Did you find yourself scrolling through pictures of family?
Oh, dude, every person I talked to, I ended up showing. Fritz got a Ender Dragon costume from Minecraft for Halloween.
Sick.
My wife sent me a video of him like showing it and spinning.
Yeah.
Every single person I ended up in a conversation with, I was like, "Oh, dude, my son just got his Halloween costume. Check this out." And that's so funny. And they just go, "Nice."
Yeah.
Well, I think it's pretty cool to me.
Yeah. It's just he's so sweet. For a kid his age, I think he's really emotionally intelligent.
It's a really great. You got to meet him, I think.
He's so special.
Usually I have a reaction for that in the back pocket, which is, aw.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hey, nice.
That's awesome, man.
That's really great.
That's awesome, man.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is, we know that.
Yeah.
And just getting that reaction is enough. You know,
Yeah, it's some
you go, oh,
acknowledgement.
thank God. I got to know, wow.
Yeah.
I really needed to know, wow, that's cool. Thank you. You did more than you know, man.
Since I've been single, I've been sending hoes pictures of my cat.
What do you got? Check out this little cutie, huh?
Yeah,
His
yeah.
name's Captain.
Oh, man, you got to meet him. He's a rascal.
Yeah, pretty much.
No big deal. I like to call him Cappy.
Yeah, I do call him Cappy. And I'm like, he has a man's face.
He really does have a man's face.
He has a man's
That is
face.
how you can get him, because you check out my cat. He has such an old man's face.
Yeah, I'm like, he has a face that sailed the 7 seas.
Are you doing it
No
as an
biggie.
icebreaker, or is this like
It's a pussy breaker. So let me just bust in real quick.
Yeah, is this
Yeah.
a pussy breaking technique?
Yeah, I show my sensitive side.
What are your other?
you know.
Do you have any other standard moves before you get a feel for them? What's like in your bag of tricks?
Well, one thing I've been noticing is, it's nice because the last person I dated was in comedy, so she wasn't that impressed. You know what I mean? We would laugh together, but the one girl I'm talking to,
Do you get how funny I am?
yeah.
Above average,
Hilarious.
compared to your a normal person, compared to a civilian. You have to.
I
Give
get
it up.
paid a Wawa wage to be funny. And yeah, so the one lady said, "You're too quick with it." And I was like, "Really? You think so?"
You think I'm so quick?
For the first time in my life, she said, "You're too smooth." No one ever said that to me in my life. I think she's just glazing me,
Yeah.
which I like.
Whoa.
Lazy.
Hey, glaze away.
On 9/11,
How did you respond?
I said, "Are you the twin?" No, I said, "Are you the World Trade?" She's like, "What?" I was like, "Because I'm about to hit that."
Ooh. Ooh.
And a little bit of me was like, "Who am I?"
Who am I? Yeah, that's crazy.
That just came out of me, though. I didn't know this. It's like seeing a new color of me.
Did you?
Wow.
It could
Are you
be-
Tower 7? Because you're about to come without me even touching you.
I like that.
That work? Okay.
I'll use that for the next lady next year.
Damn. And that was the one that said you're too smooth with it?
Yeah, she didn't say it after that, but she said that
Did you hit?
for another time.
All right. I guess what I'm trying to get, I want to be more clear here. Was she really giving it up, or was she going, slow down, Tiger?
That one, she said, Jesus Christ.
For sure.
Yeah.
Did you end up hitting? Did it work?
No.
It's a disaster.
Damn, you had to land the plane in the Hudson.
Yeah.
Wow, you're too smooth for me to have sex with.
You're too smooth brained. Yeah.
What?
But yeah, I'm just getting my sea legs, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like
Are you gonna be single for a while? Do you think, or are you just gonna not just gonna? Are you like focusing on getting back into a relationship?
the goal is to stay single for a while, just to not even on some pussy shit. A little bit on some. But I think I just need to like be a dude. Mm-hmm. Like I'm at my parents' house.
Yeah, how's that going?
How am I supposed to buy my mom a house if my mom's house? You know.
Yeah,
that's the shit I'm on. So I need to get my life together.
Is your mom pressuring you to get a girlfriend?
No,
Nah,
they don't care.
I wonder what I would do if my son lived with me and he desperately needed, not desperately. Excuse me, I'm just ignoring a phone call. Not desperately. I guess I want to backtrack. I don't want to say that about you.
No, you can say it.
You're going to be single for a while, but now, so are you planning on being celibate, or are you going to try to navigate pussy while living at home with mom and dad?
I'm not going to say no to pussy.
You heard him. You heard his 9/11. Yeah. He's trying to get pussy.
I know.
I would rather this thing be sucked than not. Gun to my head.
Wow, no, that's a Bumble profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what?
My dick is terribly unsucked.
So wait, so what's in your I don't want you to give away the special sauce, but what's like? Do you have like stock like lines of questioning or other ways to like get something going? I'm so glad I don't ever have to do this.
No, not yet. I don't have it down like that.
You don't have set moves?
Yeah, I haven't really talked to people I didn't know. Like that girl I was talking to, I knew her from like shows like back in the day. And we kind of had a rapport, and then like I started slowly being like sending a hard eyes thing to like a story.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I think I like you.
Yeah.
Real throwback shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, I haven't
Is that the single
gotten
mother?
into some strange yet. What?
Is that the single mother? Is that who that was?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, Rob Cruz as your stepdad.
Can you imagine?
Seems awesome.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, it seems awesome.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm very playful.
yeah.
But I don't play by the rules.
I know. Being raised in a bit. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
that'd be pretty tough.
Yeah, but yeah, figuring it out, dude. But also too, I fall a little too easy.
Mm-hmm. I could tell.
Yeah.
It's in your eyes.
Yeah.
You know? And does that
I love too
does
much.
that scare the hoes, or do they like it?
I think it's like love or hate. I think it's like ugh, or like, oh, that's nice.
Oh, ick. Ew, he called
Yeah.
me back after the first date. Ladies, is he gay?
One thing about the cruise is I don't play no games. I'll text you back. I'm not gonna wait.
What you see is what you get.
Yes.
That's so refreshing.
And I'm trying to be honest with the hoes. I'm like the one girl I was talking to. I was like, yeah, I probably drink too much, something like that.
Wow.
Because
You keep it real.
I don't want to play the thing of like I'm good boy Cruz, and then like 6 months in,
Turns out I'm a bad boy.
yeah.
Yeah,
I come
Bobby.
home and I'm way too passionate about something.
Like what? What do you mean?
I can I've punished Drew on drives with this, but like I can be like a real like heart to heart drunk.
Oh wow. Well,
Yeah.
with a friend
Drew
that's
hates
cool. With a friend that's great. With a acquaintance that is,
Acquaintance is brutal.
I want to kill you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I've definitely done that.
No, dude.
Yeah, like if I didn't know you and like kind of just learned a little bit about you, I'd be like, so you love your kids.
And that's crazy,
That's
man.
so cool,
That's
man. And-
awesome.
Dude, I actually just came to the realization that I want to be a father.
And I'm saying this as someone who was a kid. And in some ways, I still stay in touch with that kind of thing, Butterly.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
Yep. So that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're navigating it, dude.
We're pulling for you. I don't think there's anyone. If there was a leaderboard or if there was like a opinion poll, I don't think anyone is more. I don't think the streets, I think, fuck with you getting pussy.
Yeah, dude.
Big time.
There does seem to be like a Rudy energy around me getting pussy.
Yeah, it's like
Which, you know what? Kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, they let the retarded kid get one pussy.
Bobby.
Like, do you know Marissa, photo lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was hitting up Drew, and she was like, I heard Rob's single now, right? And he was like, yeah. And she's like, what if we did this, like, singles, like, kind of dating profile of him, and we do this crazy photo shoot where, like, he's, like, shirtless with a snake, like, that kind of shit? And I'm like, just set up the camera and take pictures, lady. Don't act like it's this big production to make me hot. The lighting has to be perfect.
Yeah.
Just get the camera phone out.
What if we create an alternate reality where he's considered attractive?
Rob
What
needs
if-
to get his groove back.
And hear me out. What if we create a suspension of disbelief and we transport women to a world where they want to have sex with Bobby?
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if you will.
Yeah. Can I paint you a picture? Yeah.
Yeah, if she became the Dong Draper of, well, you've never seen Mad Men, have you?
No.
Yeah.
Is that John Hamm?
Women don't want a
is
big,
John
healthy
Hamm.
penis. They want a story. Women don't want a girthy throbber.
I really connected with Naeem about it, where we were talking about a few things about dongs and stuff like that, as the boys do. I gotta sniff this.
Oh, yeah.
But we're saying I didn't know this about Naeem. You know how like it's very classic for a white guy to have negative feelings about like a chick that they've been with that slept with black guys.
Yeah.
I'm unfamiliar. What do you mean? Duh.
That Naeem has that same feeling.
About black guys?
Really? He
He's
hates
like, oh wait, they've slept with black guys.
But are you guys coming at this from different angles? Because white guys go, oh no, I'll never
He might
be
be
a black
coming
guy.
at it from a deeper angle, but
Yeah, that's what I'm. Is he just like nah on the entire concept, or is he like he doesn't want to be the second black guy?
well, I think what his thing is like that he has no dong shame at all, but he's not like dread. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so he's
not
worried.
like a forearm.
Yeah, he's worried that they've set an unrealistic standard that he'll never live up to.
Yes.
Whoa. Well,
Yeah, I
mean,
felt really connected with him.
I hope none of Naeem's enemies are listening to this because that would be a great psychological shortcoming to really exploit.
True.
Yeah. I mean, it's out there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You spoke that into existence.
Yeah, it's okay, but I think we need to have these conversations.
I should ask my wife if she's ever been with a black guy.
True.
Don't ask that, dude. You have a family.
And too much time's passed. Yeah, you have so much to live for.
You're never going to be able to bounce back.
Do you ask women their body count at all?
Nah, that stuff doesn't bother me too much.
But you don't even. Does that ever come up?
It's come up. I've asked out of
Is that
curiosity.
I guess what I'm asking is it standard for body count to come up because it's all people talk about on Twitter. But I think it might be a black thing.
Yeah.
Do white people talk about body count?
I think they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had a conversation where the girl has asked me first.
Really?
Yeah, and then I was like,
Were you honest?
yes.
You stood 6. Now you go.
Yeah. 6, and they all meant a lot to me. Why? What's up with you?
And I loved all
Well, I had a good time in college.
good time in colleges.
I had a good time in college.
Man, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You fuck up.
No, but what's your body count?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we don't have to say.
a gentleman would never.
Yeah,
you know
of
what I
course.
mean? It's also pathetic. But oh man, I have a story that I'm avoiding telling right now. It might be too much. Actually, forget about it. Put a pin in it for now.
Okay.
Dude, I don't know if I should tell this. Fuck. This might just be too personal.
Spill the beans. Dish. We're all at the table. It's time to dish.
Man. I don't know. I can't. All right, I can't. It's not about me. That's the problem. It's not about me. I can't tell the story. I'll tell you off the forget. All right, sorry. That's my bad. That's on me. I have a very funny thing to tell you guys, but it's way too it'd be inappropriate.
I understand.
To share. It'd be disgusting. But
you know what? Good for you.
Fuck, I want to so bad. Dude, I learned.
Do we know who it's about?
Yeah, do we know the guy?
You know this person.
Okay.
Well?
Really well.
Really well?
No,
Not really
beep?
well.
Can we beep it?
It's someone very close to me. Okay, I'll say this. I got to witness a breakup over speakerphone recently.
No.
I know this.
I got to witness a breakup over speakerphone, and we can anonymize this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand why. Yeah.
You know who it is?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you whisper?
Yeah. It's not that when you find out, it won't be that juicy.
Yeah.
But I
It'll be
witnessed a breakup where the dude he didn't know anyone else was in the room, and he was screaming and begging,
Please.
No.
That's a really low point.
No, that's so sad.
What did I do better?
It was the same, I mean, it was my inner monologue in times where I've been broken up with, where you're just like,
For sure.
tell me what to do. I'm gonna kill myself. I'll change anything. I swear to God, please.
And then you say like the pet names too. You're like Bubby.
Babe, seriously.
Oh man,
and you know, there's like a reptile impulse in your brain, like if I just show enough emotion here, that'll at least trigger, like maybe I could get to like their central cortex and trigger some sort of emotional response on their end. And even though they don't want to be around me anymore, they'll at least feel obligated to not hurt my feelings further, babe. Please. Yeah, and so I'm just thinking right now, you know, I hear from dudes all the time saying, hey man, just reach, you know, I talk to people in the Patreon live chat all the time. I talk to people on Discord all the time, and I'll hear dudes saying like, yo man, just going through a pretty fucking serious breakup, and like people offering me their horror stories of women really fucking them over. And so, you know, my heart's with my heartbroken homies.
Of course.
This week, and you forget about it. I've been happily married for 15 years. Me and my wife, we're coming up on 20 years together.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You forget how bad it could, how sad it could be.
Yeah.
And if I've ever made light of, you know, the homies getting fucked over, like, man, that really snapped me back to reality. That was a real reality check.
Yeah.
Knowing what it's like. I can't, man. I'm so sorry, friends. I'm so sorry to all my boys. You're better than her. You don't need her.
Nah.
It does get easier each time that happens, though.
Yeah.
Like my first breakup was brutal.
Oh,
I was like kind of on that shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
Who has it? I mean,
And also, it was kind of horrible because like I was like 15 and nothing bad happened to me till then.
True.
ooh.
Like I grew up in like a pretty like good neighborhood. Parents supported me. Had some grandparents die, but I didn't talk to them that much.
It's a circle of life anyway.
Yeah, so it was the first time like I felt something bad like that. So it was like seeing like a new color, like, and it changed me forever. Dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're having like there's like a physical pain from it.
Physical pain for sure, and it felt like someone died for like 5 months.
Oh,
Yeah, and I was on that like, please don't. My dad saw me on my knees. And I was writing like Facebook statuses like love is like as thin as glass is it's fucking brutal. Yeah. And then in my mind I was like, she's gonna see like that I'm so sad.
Oh yeah.
Girls love that when you're
She's gonna
so
have to
sad.
comfort me.
Yeah,
she's gonna
yeah,
have
yeah.
to come back, and she's like,
He
ugh.
loved me so deeply.
This is the instant messenger away message that's gonna win her back. Yeah, these are the perfect lyrics for her.
And then I lost my virginity to her too.
Oh no.
So then and then I had a feeling she was like gonna fuck other guys too, and I was like, and I'm never gonna get pussy again.
You deflowered me and then left me.
Yeah. It was brutal.
Oh man.
You popped my cherry.
Yeah, dude. And then I started watching like The Notebook and stuff like that.
Oh no,
Dude, it was bad. It was really bad.
Man.
Oh yeah, no, I feel this guy.
you're dropping like CDs off at her house.
Yeah, we've all been there, you know?
Of course.
Oh boy, but
All to say that our hearts go out to you.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Dudes seem to love telling me their like horrific breakup stories.
Yeah.
And I love hearing them. So maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just like, tell me about it. And then as they're telling me, I'm just like, wow, that's pretty.
Oh no.
It's like watching dudes
While you're
like
twiddling your fingers.
it's like watching dudes get electrocuted on Twitter. It's just like,
Yeah.
wow, man, it's pretty tragic.
Interesting.
Whoa, man, I'm definitely not keeping these in a canister in my brain that I can just go back and open up and take a whiff of later.
Well, I think you have an insatiable hunger for fails.
That's real. That's real for sure.
Yeah. Bottomless fails for
Yeah,
Tim.
we all do.
Yeah.
You know? That's what we watch around when we're eating dinner in the living rooms. We watch fail videos.
That's Ed Sullivan for the Butterleys.
Well, you know, we're pretty well adjusted as a unit, so
Seem like you're doing good.
yeah. Gang, we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna head over to patreon.com/Tim Butterly. I would love for you to join us. And we have a pretty thriving. I guess there's what do you call? Is they called a chat room? I don't want to oversell you guys on this.
I think it's a chat room.
But the Patreon has a chat room.
Oh, yes.
That you know, I kind of use to bounce ideas off of people. Community chats. Yeah, there's actually two. There's one for the show and for, you know, show like I share stuff from here all the time. And then we also have one called Tim Butterly Show for Women, where I'm kind of crowdsourcing some brainstorming.
Oh, I like that.
To cater either a spin-off show or how to package what we're doing for women directly, because that's like an untapped market in comedy. It's mostly just like brain dead sluts talking about their period.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't like that.
I do think that the method that we need to go is the 1 second of an episode on TikTok. Like the account is like
60 seconds.
60 seconds of TBS.
Yeah, we're going to post the show in 60-second increments that you have to manually scroll through, and I think that'll make women happy.
That's the piece of the pie that we're missing.
Yeah. I've consulted my dear friend Mary Radzinski, probably my favorite woman comic. I don't like to say woman comic, but when we're, you know, this is the arena we're playing in. She's one of my favorite women comic in the world. I'm gonna see if she has any ideas for me, and we'll get something cooking, because women's an underserved market in the podcast space.
True.
Yeah,
It's saturated for men.
It's like call her daddy, guys be fucked, and that's it.
Then it's like whatever gay guys are up to, ladies usually gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
Drag race recaps.
Yeah, tea spilling, and it's like, you know, it doesn't have to be all tea, man. It could be soda. We could spill the soda for women.
It could be pop.
Yeah. So join us over there. Also, come see me on the road. I'm bringing Rob to as many of these fucking things as I can. Drew called dibs on Tacoma. So I've got Rob with me last weekend in Janesville, Wisconsin. Drew's with me in Tacoma, Washington, October 25th to 27th. That's my first full weekend. 5 shows, I think.
Nice.
Isn't that crazy?
Hell yeah.
Tacoma, Washington. Show the fuck up, or I'm going to get a job learning how to weld. 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday. I didn't realize, but that's great. Me and Mike are doing Dad Meat and Friends at Next in Line Philly on November 8th. Nice. Greeley, Colorado, Casper, Wyoming, Denver, Colorado, Fort Collins, Colorado. That's a 4-stage Colorado, Wyoming trip. That's November 14th to 17th. And then again, co-headlining with Mike Rainey in Chicago, December 1st. And soon to be released. Tim Butterly Show live featuring Noah's Paints Art Gallery in Philadelphia on January 15th.
January 15th, 6 p.m. at the Trestle Inn.
We're going to do the tickets for that thing are going to go fast. So we're going to announce when those are going to go on sale. Not a huge space.
No, probably going to fit like 40 guys in there.
Yeah. And so we're going to do a live taping of Tim Butterly's show. And then it's also going to be kind of an art gala. It's going to be it's the unveiling of Noah's pieces. You're going to be able to take You're going to be able to bid. I don't know if it's bid on.
We're going to do some sort of process to buy the paintings.
You're going to be able to own Noah's original paintings, one of one.
One of one.
So
I'm never going to make them ever again.
Show up with an idea of what you want, and then a strategy for how to get it, and all obviously all very affordable stuff. We're not trying to we're not going to try to fuck you guys in the ass.
You can trade also if you find it. If you bring me anything like really cool, like I'll trade a painting.
That's brand new. That's you've just heard it here first.
You heard it here first. If you bring me something cool enough, I'll give you a painting.
Whoa.
But I have to decide if it's cool enough, and I will tell you no if I don't like it.
You're price mastering them.
I am price mastering them. Make me an offer.
It's going to be so worth it. We'll have some special guests lined up, and I can't wait.
It's going to be huge.
Rob, tell them where to come see you.
Yeah, dude. Trying to think.
Durag and the Deer Tag.
Yeah, Durag and the Deer Tag. If you're going to Skankfest, dude, come see Durag and the Deer Tag live in Vegas, dude.
Nuts.
And we just confirmed 2 guests.
I heard about the guests. It's pretty huge.
It's crazy.
It's pretty huge.
Is there a surprise? I don't want you to spill the beans if it's a surprise.
I don't know what the rule is yet. When are they announcing the schedule?
I don't know.
I think like when you're there.
I think that answer is changing day to day.
Yeah, so I guess we can't yet. But it's going to be awesome. We're going to be Durag's going to be at New York Comedy Fest. I forget when that is. But
Ooh.
yeah, we'll keep you posted on that. And then get on the Durag and the Deer Tag Patreon, dude. We would love your patronage. We got extra episodes there. We're about to drop a movie watch along of The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia, I believe it's called.
Classic.
Oh wow, nice.
Unbelievable doc. And yeah, dude, I think that's it for me. Follow me at The Attention Horse on Instagram. And
I'm saying these whites ain't that wonderful. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, they ain't wonderful at all.
They pretty fucked up, actually.
I mean, if you really want to see a good watch along on the Patreon, check out us watching There's Something Strange About the Jungle.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's like it's basically like Birth of a Nation for gay shit for Naeem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really,
Naeem almost started an uprising. He was pissed.
It's crazy. But yeah, check that out, man.
Hell yeah. Thank you for joining us, Rob. Noah, what do we got?
Feel Something, 7 p.m. Eastern, every Thursday on kpiss.fm. I think I'm going to be doing only theme songs for the next episode. I might just do only theme songs.
Ooh.
So that should be fun.
Was there one theme song that sparked this idea?
I think it was true because I was watching a lot of Malcolm in the Middle, and then I had the Malcolm in the Middle episode, and I was like, damn, theme songs are fucking great. There's a lot of really good ones. Search Party, great theme song. Purity Ring song. Scrubs, so true. I'm no Superman, you know? Two-Headed Dog, me and Dylan Smith, we're making arts and crafts videos, we're making sketches, we're doing a lot of stuff. At Two-Headed Dog Comedy on Patreon, at Two-Head Dog on YouTube, look that up. We just did an episode with the one Mike Rainey.
Ooh.
And it was very funny, very, very good stuff. So, check that out.
Hell yeah. What's all?
Here's the painting. Here's the painting. I'm painting your Mexican friend at the bus stop.
Whoa, Victor. Now, here's the thing.
I need some info on what he looks like.
That's pretty close, but here's the thing. He had bleached hair that was growing back in. So, black roots.
Black roots, bleached hair. We got it then. Oh, yeah, we got it.
Other than that, though, you're locked in, man.
Nice.
That's crazy. Dude, I'm not kidding. If you put bad bleached hair on him, it's going to be fucked up.
Ugh, I'm so excited. This is going to be a really good one, I think.
You're really tuned into where their face folds.
Yeah. Well, it's like an old, because I'm thinking of like if Axl Rose now was like Mexican.
Peruvian, but yes.
Peruvian,
dude.
a Latinx.
Wow. That's him.
Damn, he's him.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Wow, he was so short too. Ew, man, I can still remember the texture of his hand. I remember the texture of his hand and thinking, wow, he probably does have AIDS. I know that you can't get it from touching each other's hands, but there's no way I can put this. I had to walk like this. I had to get my hand as far from my body as I could until I could get to some fucking hand sanitizer. Yuck. Jesus Christ.
I hope I'd love to run into that guy. I'd love to see him. I just want to see him.
You're seeing him. Thank you.
Yeah, meet Victor, dude.
All right, gang. We'll see you over on the Patreon. Thank you for everything.